Does take out one guy. The other is going to go ahead and heal up straight away as he's being provided covering fire. We have an IS-1 heavy tank on the field for Mithras, saving up his pennies. Bit of lag no matter, we are live at the moment. We've got the IS-1 providing cover to the assaulting infantry, which is a great idea. Always provide support for your tanks. We have yet again another machine gun set up in the middle for the Soviet forces. And just firing on the machine gunner behind the sandbag on the Commonwealth side. And would you believe it is right as I go into sort of like my relaxed, nothing's about to happen mode, the British machine gunner gets hit by a high explosive round from the IS-1, slowly creeping its way up into the center of the map, providing support for the infantry, and even the machine gunner is providing support for the infantry, so we've got a lot of synergy going on right now for the Soviets. The map's being pinged and we've got a saboteur once again on the middle of the map, tossing grenades into the crater, trying to get rid of any infantry for the Soviets, capping the zone. Not unfortunately the saboteur goes down, but I would say not the best use for the saboteur. Keep him hidden, keep him safe, and use him for his artillery, or try and sneak behind the enemy lines and get some intel on what you're dealing with. You know, any enemy position or location or what units they have. And on occasions, you know, you might be able to get behind a tank and just blow the hell out of it. Unfortunately, we didn't see any of that, and it's the second saboteur that's down this evening already. Just over 15 minutes into the game, not good for the Commonwealth forces. Right now, I get the feeling that Purpro is either spending a lot of money on expensive troops, which I've not really seen, or more likely he's saving up, possibly for a Centurion. I've seen a lot of stuff from Ceph already. We've seen that Mark II Matilda. In fact, I'm going to go back on what I said. Over the Mark II Matilda, we've not seen that much. Laubox bringing a PKP heavy machine gun once again to the center of the damn map. Heavy emplacement spam. Purpro also assaulting on his right-hand side. Purpro, get back to your own side. You're not welcome here. Nah, I lie. Of course you're welcome here. More artillery. Showing exactly why emplacements are bad at the moment. There's been a lot of money spent on machine guns, and I don't get the feeling they were that effective at the moment. At least they do have the central zone controlled by the Soviets. Laubox and Mithras keeping their eye on the ball of the game with his assault zones. Therefore you need zones. This building still not completely destroyed, only one hiding spot you can possibly hide. Or maybe two, the crater counts as one as well, but both places going to be eating grenades. Ceph with the Churchill Crocodile tank versus the T-34 from the Laubox. Now, I think the Churchill has a little bit of an advantage here, but Laubox is going to go for it. He's pinging away at the armor already. We do have an officer scouting ahead, providing sight for the T-34. Track damage for both tanks. The same shot, what a coincidence. Laubox hops out and starts preparing that T-34. Not good news for both people at the moment, but I think this Churchill will be kind of fine at the moment. There's this huge chunk of metal that's fallen off of the Churchill. That's a part of the track, a part of the rear track actually. How the hell did that get there? Physics just... I can't comprehend how that reached that point. Anyway, getting a lovely view on this Churchill versus the T-34. This game never ceasing to amaze me at how good it looks up close and personal. I'm just waiting for this butte to explode into a fireball. I do this way too much because I'm afraid of missing the huge explosion. It's just the coolest thing ever, man. It's the best thing about the game I can think of. There doesn't seem to be much action elsewhere, just a few red dots on my screen for the center of the map. Keeping my eye on this Churchill, because if that thing goes down, it's a big loss, I'd say, right now for Ceph and the Commonwealth forces. This T-34 has been repaired. That was very quick track repairs. Well done to the guy who did that. For a moment, he did seem like he was advancing, but he's gone ahead and retreated. The smart thing to do, I would say... We've got some pinging on this far right-hand side, maybe... I was going to say that perhaps it was to do with not having sight there. Maybe someone was sneaking up, but it does seem like Mithras and Laubox are going to tag each other in and out. Mithras with his IS-1 is now going to compete against that Churchill. What great team advice. Whoever suggested that. Now, for anyone who's saying that these 2v2s end up being two 1v1s, it's just not true, as this perfect example gives. I mean, for the most part, we've had fighting from all players in the centre of the map, and now we have some assistance on the right from Mithras, giving Laubox a little bit of a helping hand because he has the heavy armour to deal with this Churchill right now. Seth the Mighty finally getting those repairs done. This, are we seeing the same guy hop in the tank? I'm not sure. Oh, he's got a nice little buddy now hanging on the back. He had a nice buddy hanging on the back. But he has no longer, so I think... I hear rockets. Rockets! We have a land mattress for the Commonwealth. This thing's just a big rocket fun. Those rockets whistling a tune to my ears in the air. Everything just dying in the middle. If it was alive in the first place, I'm actually not sure. In fact, the machine gun just in front of the T-34 is still alive. And we've got some ping in there saying, yes, it is alive. Someone get on it. Man that machine gun. T-34 assisting in the middle, exchanging places with that IS-1, remember, earlier? Now, after that rocket barrage, I was expecting a lot of like infantry or, you know, some tanks to pop up into the middle and take advantage of the lack of defences in the area. But not seeing that, Seth the Mighty and Purpro remaining unpredictable as ever, whereas Laubox is just going to get another machine gun. Sure, why not? Why get the old one? The old one's dirty now. Let's get a brand new shiny one. So much money spent on these machine guns. On the right hand side we have a partisan looking in the wrong direction. Just showing how experienced they are in combat. They don't even know where the front lines is. Over here is the IS-1 hiding, awaiting its time to be useful once again. A supply truck moving into the centre. Possibly to rearm all those machine guns. I think that's exactly what he's pinging. He's saying that he needs that supply truck there. We do have a tank crew on that machine gun. Very cheap way of recruiting. And here's that Churchill Crocodile making an appearance in the centre now. And IS-1 instantly springs into action. Mithras is on the ball. He's going to try and hit Seth's side armour. It's a tight shot, but he does get it. Unfortunately, it ricochets off into the back lines. He's still going to be able to continue firing. Seth doesn't seem to care or notice, or one of the two. He's engaging that T-34 from the front. Laubox playing the bait in this. Track damage. He's not going to be able to move now. So it's all down to that IS-1 to save this little T-34 life. Main gun damaged for the Churchill tank. That's bad news for Seth. Is he going to pull back? He doesn't look like it. Track damaged as well. Hyper bad news for that Churchill tank that's not really seen much action. It's not done anything. I wanted to see some flame throwing. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get that. I am going to get a land mattress to the centre, though, trying to take out that T-34. There isn't that much infantry in that area, so clearly that rocket barrage is aimed at the T-34. In fact, no, hitting this left-hand side area now. Just a few infantry there, though. Not much. Not overcrowding. But whatever was there, it is destroyed, including the tank crew on that machine gun. And here's that attack. Just some infantry trying to push up. This tank is all that's left. Seth the Mighty trying to get an artillery strike on that T-34, but it's mobile, it's moving, it's getting out of the way. But yeah, the T-34 is the only thing that's defending this central position right now. We have an officer sneaking around for Laubox. I know what his target is, but is he going to get it? Is he going to be able to destroy that Churchill? Officers, as well as their binocular, do come with a flare gun. I know Laubox is trying to get a flare onto that Churchill. It seems a little out of his range, though. Is he going to be able to get it? I have seen him fire. It lands just in front of the Crocodile. T-34 still alive. It's moved up back into its position to defend the zone. I don't think this artillery is going to quite destroy this. It might disable it. The track has been damaged, as I predicted. Churchill, very heavily armoured tank, not going to be falling so easily to misfired artillery. Well, I say misfire. Laubox did, I think, the right thing. He didn't want to risk his officer. He didn't move him up, so he just took the shot he did, and it did damage the track, so it was somewhat effective. We have Anzacs on the right-hand side for Seth, trying to take the initiative. The road seems not as well covered as it used to be, and again, pinging on the map, we got some partisans. All three of them proud that they killed one Anzac, just trying to run across the road. Seth being denied his approach on that right-hand point. Laubach's doing a great job just defending this. Not much pressure on the left-hand side still. Looking around for this tank. Oh, there it is, the IS-1 hiding there. I was looking at a green triangle, I was like, where's this tank? But it's hiding in the foliage. Finally, artillery goes direct hit on this Churchill. Hood destroyed. Laubach and Mifra is going to be very pleased with that. They've already taken out 2 of the tanks of their enemy. Land mattress once again barraging the center. Crew injured for the T-34. Second barrage now coming down, killing 2 infantry. Not exactly what I'd call effective, but it's definitely keeping those emplacements at bay this time round. But on this left-hand side, we've got a light AT gun, just infantry kind of scattered around, not much, and a machine gun. It really is beckoning to be attacked. Hull destroyed for the T-34. What got that? My head shifts to the top left-hand corner of the screen because most of you scream at me and like, oh, if you don't know what killed it, look at the top left. Well, unfortunately, I do things live, and by the time I come to the scene, that message has either disappeared or there's a lot of stuff going on. So I can't quite, find it quick enough. But anyway, it doesn't matter, the T-34 has been destroyed. Something in the shadows will come out of hiding and show us that it had taken out the T-34. IS-1 still alive though. Once again, keeping it hidden until it's needed. Laubach seems to have had an unfortunate accident. His crewmate has died. I think they tried to run through the greenhouse and it just exploded and that guy got hit by some wooden pylons. Over in the middle, Perpro engaging with a lot of infantry. Commandos, quite an expensive infantry to bring in, especially in a blob. Highly skilled in the arts of killing. We have a sandbag lineup for Laubach and Mifrus though. They're taking cover behind it as the T-34. Well, that's gone, but it's still cover. Once again, the Commonwealth have their hands on the point, but they just can't quite keep guys in there alive long enough to capture it. Under fire constantly, the Commandos a bit too grouped up, being hit from multiple angles. Artillery right now would be excellent just on this sandbag line. As well as on the left-hand side in the buildings. Perpro taking a lot of casualties right now. I'm not sure that's what he wants. I'm not sure that's what anyone wants when they play the game, is to take high amount of casualties. I'm wondering if Seth the Mighty is going to back him up. Yes, he is. He's going to bring a Tetriot, actually, to the field. And as T-34 isn't going to hit it because it's dead, the IS-1 is going to be a bit slow to respond. But there is a light AT gun around here. Tetriot just misses. Misses by inches that machine gun, trying to run it down. That was almost the equivalent of shooting an apple on someone's head with a bow and arrow. But, with a Tetriarch and a light machine gun and an MG. Anyway, Seth's tank once again gets whacked and we have a truck trying to drive into the middle, now reversing away. Decisions! I'm not sure what the plan was behind that. We've got some direct control from Laubach on the right-hand side. Some grenade action is about to happen. We already have chairs on fire. One-man Anzac from Seth the Mighty tossing grenades of his own. He got a kill, but now he's being flanked by an SMG. Laubach's making progress on this right-hand side. He's killed quite a lot of the upfront infantry around this area of buildings on fire. Seth the Mighty, what's he doing? Runs in and starts meleeing this guy. That's not why you have a machine gunner, Seth. That's... No. No, I'm guessing he ran out of ammo. It's most likely scenario. He's rearming from somewhere, picking up another gun, possibly. Dodges a grenade. That guy's just mental. I love it. Excuse me as I ruin my keyboard. Laubach with a group of infantry on the right-hand side, not doing much, but in the center, artillery going down on the sandbag line. They all retreat. That's a good move. Mifra still keeping infantry in the zone, but one unfortunately dies from the artillery blast. There is still one Soviet man hiding in a trench. He's in cover, covered by grenades actually. Now that flag point is ticking down, it's going to be controlled by the UK forces if they can keep infantry in that zone. Laubach being a Bit hesitant on this right hand side. He's not engaging, and oh god, I feel a sneeze coming on.